Welcome to the Drum Set Therapy Podcast. My name is Stefano Ashbridge, and this is a show about the challenges that come with playing the drums and what you can do about them so you enjoy your drumming journey. Visit drumlessonsinla.com for online and in-person drum coaching. Hello and good day. Today we have another listener question, but before we get into it, I wanted to get your thoughts on something. In general, I'd like to keep these podcast episodes somewhat short and brief, but I was listening to some previous episodes, and some of the quick tips are really short. They don't really elaborate on the topic. So I wanted to ask you, do you prefer the really short episodes, or would you like them to be a little longer? Message me at info@drumlessonsinla.com and let me know your thoughts. Okay, today's listener question is, can you talk about playing ahead and behind the beat? With any song, there is a general pulse, even if it's not explicitly stated like with a metronome. The drummer usually states the pulse, but every musician in the band is creating a pulse by playing together. Playing ahead or behind the beat involves placing your pulse slightly before or after the other musicians. Any musician can play ahead or behind the beat. It affects how the music feels. Playing behind the beat can widen the groove and can make the music sound more heavy. Playing ahead of the beat can give the music a sense of urgency. As a drummer, you could place your whole beat ahead or behind, but it's also common to just have the snare backbeat slightly behind. For an example of drumming behind the beat, listen to Since I've Been Loving You by Led Zeppelin. For an example of drumming ahead of the beat, listen to Message in a Bottle by The Police. The way I would advise starting to work on playing behind or ahead of the beat is to practice it with a metronome. This assumes that you have a good sense of time and can keep a steady pulse with the metronome. If not, work on playing to the beat dead on with the metronome before you practice working behind or ahead. So start by clicking your sticks together along with the pulse of the metronome at a comfortable tempo. Aim to play dead on with the click at first. When that's sounding good, then start placing your hits slightly behind so you are flamming with the click. The point is to keep it consistently flamming. Make sure to record yourself to analyze your progress. And when that's sounding good, do the same thing with placing your hits slightly ahead of the click. Once you're comfortable doing that, take it to the drum set and practice playing ahead and behind with the metronome on the drum. And then, of course, play along to the aforementioned songs, music that's ahead and behind, to really get a feel for it. As I mentioned before, this has to do with playing in relation to the pulse that's being stated by the musicians. Therefore, it wouldn't work if all of the musicians were playing behind or ahead of the beat. For example, if everyone is playing behind the beat, you've just moved the pulse back. This is worth noting because if you're playing with musicians and they don't know what you're trying to do, they may think that you're just rushing or dragging, and if they follow you, it won't work. Thanks for listening. Visit drumlessonsinla.com for online and in-person drum coaching. Till next time.